So someone mentioned there, are we getting a Doctor Who 2022 Christmas special this year? That's an interesting question because, as we can see here, today actually marks the day that, according to this Bad Wolf job listing for a standby props person, filming on a Bad Wolf project for a returning drama shooting in Cardiff starts today, which most people have kind of, expected to be Doctor Who, given, returning drama. Not many things at Bad Wolf fit that, label. Shooting in Cardiff again. Doctor Who is famous for shooting in Cardiff. So yeah, a lot of people are saying that today is the day that production somewhat begins on Russell Era 2, which is very exciting. Some people have said, in the comments that it'll probably take prep a while, maybe a few days of prep before, proper filming starts. But if this is the time for Doctor Who, then it is very exciting. Because a new era is dawning, everyone. Obviously, it's not guaranteed that this is Doctor Who, but it's exceedingly likely. If they'd have said a new drama shooting in Cardiff, then you could probably cast aside it being Doctor Who. Also, you bring up here, the dates are split into two, so you've got 25th of April, which is today, and then you've got the 29th of July, which is, a few months' time, and then you've got the 7th of November to July 2023. So the implication a lot of people seem to be drawing is 25th of April to 29th of July, that's filming for 60th stuff, whatever that might entail. And then 7th of November to July is Series 14. Now, I think it was Mr. TARDIS who suggested, if these filming dates are for Doctor Who, then it is very early for, a next year release. So that could mean that they slot in a Christmas special in there. That's not guaranteed, but if this is the dates, then it would kind of make sense. I'd personally love for there to be one. Of course I would. It would definitely help bridge the gap. And I honestly, I would prefer a new Doctor to be fully established before we get the 60th, rather than having to wait until the 60th, and having basically no incumbent Doctor until after the 60th would be kind of weird. So I'd kind of prefer we have a new Doctor before we get into 60th celebrations. That's just me. But it is exceedingly possible that, we won't get a 14th Doctor yet, and we'll get the 60th being led purely by returning Doctors. If that is the case, though, even if there isn't a 14th Doctor in the 60th, it's highly likely that if these filming dates are true, we will probably get something on either the 60th or the 14th Doctor or whatever is next very soon. People have mentioned that I think it's the FA Cup final is 14th of May, which, is a very, very, very fitting day, and we know Doctor Who likes to announce these things at sporting events. So yeah, that would make a lot of sense, and it wouldn't even, overshadow Journey before. I've said this before, because we've had either Daleks, Legend, Sea Devils. It's enough of a gap between Legend, the Sea Devils, and the Centenary for it to kind of occupy that space without treading on the toes of outgoing showrunner Jodie Whittaker, Chris Chibnall. I said it like Jodie Whittaker was the outgoing showrunner, but she's not. She's the outgoing lead. But you got what I meant. But yeah, very exciting stuff if that is true. It is a Bad Wolf listing. It's an official Bad Wolf listing, which is why people are mentioning it. Obviously, it's not 100% it's Doctor Who, but it's highly likely that it is Doctor Who, given all the reasons that I outlined. So, very, very exciting if proven correct. I think it would not be fair if on the 14th Doctor if they aren't in the 60th. I mean, possibly right, but the thing is with the idea of there being returning Doctors purely for the 60th, that would kind of take the pressure off of a new Doctor. A new Doctor wouldn't have the pressure of having their opening episode be the 60th anniversary of the show, because that would be a kind of tough gig to take on, to be fair. Rather wait to the 60th, people can't judge whoever the new Doctor is, and rip them a new a-hole, or spam Not My Doctor, or bully them before they even see it. I think it would be cool as the opening episode be an extra special. It would kind of be a perfect way to open a new era if you think about it, because historically at least, some of Doctor Who's in fact, I think the biggest two viewing figures for the revival are both on Christmas Day. I believe it's Voyage of the Damned and The Next Doctor had two of the biggest figures for, actually End of Time Part 1 as well probably is up there. Yeah, Christmas Day historically is a very good day for Doctor Who. Even in the weaker years, I believe Twice Upon a Time still got around 6-7 million, something like that. Personally, I think that the 14th Doctor should have a cameo in the 60th. Maybe unfair to throw them in at the deep end. Yeah, That is true. Like, I think a cameo would work quite well, probably. Like, maybe like a similar thing to what Capaldi had in the 50th. Like, you know, just something to entice viewers to stick around for the new Doctor. That might be quite good. Um, but yeah, it would be a tough gig for a new Doctor to start on the big anniversary like day. So I can understand if perhaps they didn't want to go for that. But I do wonder if the 60th will be in the cinema like the 50th. I hope so. If it is, I'll go to the cinema. I don't know which cinema, but I'll go. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you which cinema I go to. We can all watch it together, maybe. I don't know. Mr. TARDIS is wrong about the 2022 Extra Special. 3 months is a very long period of filming time for one special. I don't think... Listen, I think if there is a Christmas special, I don't think the 3 months period that we see... Hang on, where was it? The 3 months that we see here would be just for that. Hang on, let me get the tweet up. It would be just for that. I think that if there wasn't a Christmas special, it would be sort of tied into filming for the 60th stuff. So kind of in a similar way, if you can picture it, like how Revolution was filmed along with Series 12, despite, you know, obviously Revolution airing a lot later than the rest of Series 12 did. Obviously, Series 12 aired, you know, start of 2020. Revolution didn't air till the beginning of the following year. Same goes for Eve of the Daleks, that was filming around Flux, despite obviously happening at the beginning of the next year. So it's not really uncommon for you know, earlier and later episodes to kind of be filmed in one, like, bunch. Like, that's kind of common, so I don't think that necessarily disproves it on itself. I wouldn't say. But I could be wrong, you know? We don't know. Isn't Doctor Who usually a 9-month filming slot? Tends to be, but I know that some people have said that 18 months is kind of standard for Bad Wolf productions, which I think in total is what that is. And plus, if they are doing an earlier special, it would kind of make sense. Shout out to Debs Iona, Shane Smith, Ree Keffin, Seb Lowndes, Jay Monroe, Hash Shandycoot, Patrick Mewson, Simon Ashley, Steve Safaro, Andrew Townsend, Alex Robbins, Michael Dykes, Paul Bryden, Sam Yates, Michael Rhodes, Jerry the Meerkat, Heretic, Bibliotecaria Nerd, and Cameron Jefferson. If you want to become a member, feel free to do so. It really helps out. You get exclusive posts, shout outs in every video, and even your own badge and custom emojis to use.